Hey all! Surprisingly, I was interested in sharing knowledge with other people for a long time, and only recently I started my YouTube channel. And before that, actually, one of the first attempts that I did, it was to write my own blog. And it was hosted like this. So, DevOps-A-Palooza. It was my creation, and then after I pretty much failed with the SEO or lost some interest in just writing to this site regularly, I switched to Medium, to be honest. But right now, I think it is an interesting opportunity to somewhat revive this blog, and I plan to post scripts from my YouTube videos into here. So if you would want to, you can check what is available over here. But that's not the topic for today's video. And instead, what I wanted to show you and discuss is how it is possible to host a simple website on the internet and make it available for pretty much everyone. And or at least how I did it, and it's actually pretty cheap, or it can be pretty cheap. So what I have over here, just a couple of clicks. I have a DevOps-A-Palooza site with just a regular index of articles that you can do, and you can read. I added a Discord, sorry, not Discord, but Discuss as a chat over here, and yeah, you can just click through if you would want to. And additionally, I have a small function over here where I can just subscribe for emails and get whoever is interested their email. And I was planning at the very least to send those updates regularly for big things that I wanted to do next. So all of that is actually hosted on Amazon AWS. And here is a quick diagram how it actually looks like. And unsurprisingly, the centerpiece of it is a S3 bucket with enabled hosting. So what I do, and that will be a topic for another video most likely, but the center of it is that I build a Hugo static website and publish it to S3 bucket. Then this S3 bucket, it is actually made available for the outside world using the CloudFront. So it's a content delivery network from Amazon. And on top of it, because I didn't really want to have a cryptic domain name for it, I registered my website with Route 53, and I have my DNS name that looks as beautiful as DevOps-A-Palooza.com, and it's secure enough, so with HTTPS enabled. Additionally, for that function, what I have, so the whole website, as I said, it is a static website. So technically speaking, you don't need any compute power at all, but still you might want to have some backend processing. In my case, I wanted to save those email addresses into the database, and still I wanted to make it cheap. So the solution from AWS, you can use the free tier Lambda, and it is over here. So I have a Lambda function that waits for post requests from S3, so that event when you click on a button, and it is available through the API gateway exposed, and then the Lambda itself, it waits for the message and it writes to the DynamoDB, which is once again surprisingly free for use. Well, when you have a reasonable amount of traffic and data available. But with this website, the traffic was not there, and the performance is good as is. I will show you that in a second, but pretty much the whole setup, and that's like a spoiler alert, it cost me about $1, $1.10 per month, and that's pretty much it. So quite cheap, I would guess, and you can experiment with this yourself and have it available. And from this setup, as I said, that what I wanted to discuss maybe a little bit more of detail, but if you want, you can ask those in the comments, is how I set it up as a Hugo site and all of the processes over there. And additionally, initially, that Lambda function that I had, it was written in .NET, .NET Core, but about 2 years ago, already after I stopped looking after that website, it was actually deprecated. The mm, hosting of this .NET version that I used. So the whole Lambda stopped to work. And recently, when I decided to revive this website, pretty much, I decided additionally to rewrite this Lambda in Go, and that is going to be another topic of the video. If you're interested, please stay tuned. And then let's quickly click through the AWS and see what we have, as I said. So on a home page, you can see that my current cost and usage, as I said, it's minimal. So I pay about $1.23 now for months, but that is mostly because I added the EC2 and played with this one, and previously it was $1.10. But as you can guess, the difference is negligible. Then in terms of the setup, I have my S3 bucket, and for that S3 bucket, I have multiples of those. But the most important one is DevOps-A-Palooza.com. And over here under the properties, if you would scroll, and you can create this on your own, is a static website hosting, which is enabled for me. After that, the website is available as this URL, but it looks ugly and no one would be able to find it using Google, I guess. So to fix this problem, we actually need to create a distribution. So that would be through the CloudFront, and that would make that website available globally. And I have this distribution that is pointing for the single origin, which is that S3 URL, which is the origin domain. And because I wanted to make beautiful, so I called it origin name DevOps-A-Palooza.com. And additionally, that's where the majority of the cost for the months comes from, is that we have a Route 53. So here I have a domain registration and a hosted zone for the DevOps-A-Palooza. And here I have a record created into that distribution from the CloudFront. And this ID, it is pretty much a copy from the CloudFront. All of that was created manually. I might update it and create it through Terraform, but because it was a one-off task, I didn't really see a value of creating it through Terraform. And I highly suggest for all of you to actually think if you need to overcomplicate things or if you just want to play around and poke things. In that case, you don't really need to have all of the automation in place. And then for Lambda and for the DynamoDB, I have the same pretty much manual setup. So I have a DevOps-A-Palooza subscribe function, and actually I can show you here a little bit of an interesting thing. So I had a couple of extra websites, they are still available, and they were written in .NET Core, as you can see. And the DevOps-A-Palooza subscribe, it was in .NET Core as well, but all of them, they were modified quite a long time ago, and afterwards I was playing mostly with Azure instead of AWS. But still the sites were working, apart from the message like this, as I said, that the .NET Core runtime is no longer supported. Because of that, the whole function is not working. And that's what I did, and that's what I wanted to describe in a different video, is that DevOps-A-Palooza now, the subscribe function, it was modified just recently, and it is actually now using the Go, and as a runtime, it is using the Amazon Linux 2023, which supports Go. And also it should be faster, I guess. The final part, Or two final parts that I wanted to show is that I have a DynamoDB, which will have a single table, which would be called customers in my case, and that will have just a list of emails available, and when those emails are created when someone subscribed. And the final thing is that we have the API gateway, and in the API gateway there is that's how I pretty much make the DevOps-A-Palooza API available for the outside world. There is a single pass, which is a subscribe, and it is possible to post messages to this one. And additionally, there is options just for course, as always. And this post actually goes to the Lambda integration, and if you will just click on it, it will open the DevOps-A-Palooza subscribe Lambda that is executed. Additionally, all of the code for this actually still available, or it is available on GitHub. And the good thing is that when you push something to the GitHub, it will trigger the actions, and I have two separate actions. One of them deploys to S3 the code only, so it builds the Hugo website, and another one, it now updates the Lambda with a new version of it, but from the Go. But stay tuned if you want to know more. I hope it was a nice video of what you can achieve for in a fast way, in a cheap way, and still have some sort of a beautiful website. And if you want to create it, please follow my steps. See you.